What's up, YouTube? It's Seven here again, here to talk about nicotine and kicking nicotine. My last video is based more on tips and tricks as well as the awareness on why we should kick this habit now instead of later. But this video will kind of be a little different. This one's kind of talking more about a trait that gets damaged by the nicotine and something that I realized in myself as well. For all my introverts out there, all my people that may feel more socially awkward or just antisocial, this video I feel like you guys will be able to relate to a little more. I was always someone that was very easy to talk to, and it was easy for me to talk to people, like from random to my friends to older people to peers to teachers, anything. And that's not just even in the school setting, this is everywhere I'm talking about. I can only say about 2 years ago is when I really started to realize it at a all-time high where it was declining. Like my communication skills and just my social awareness was very much declining. And I always wondered why. You know, we all have those phases where we're not around too many of our friends or we're not around too many of our peers, and we're not able to make plans in those times of our life because we may have more important things that we have to do or attend to. Like, for example, if you're working, maybe, I don't know, you have a goal, like you want to save up a car, you want to upgrade your wardrobe, you might need to go and spend that time and work for a while. However much someone pleases or however X amount you're trying to get to, just going from the setting only from our house to work and then back, or house to school and then back. Sometimes we get into those realms where we don't have time to hang out or we don't have time to make plans, and it's just a point in period where we're kind of just by ourselves and we're in our own story mode. We're in grind mode. We're not in multiplayer right now. We're in grind mode. And I was starting to realize that on myself, that when I was out of that single player mode, I was interacting with my friends that I haven't seen in a while very weirdly. Like, I would see a friend that I've known for like 16 years, very long time, what I'm trying to say, and I would feel almost awkward or feel like I'm making the interaction awkward, and it was never there, but I overthought it like that. And I'll be like, dang, like what are they gonna think about me? Or like, dang, did this conversation go well enough? Did I say the right things? Like, oh, did that come off weird? Do I sound lame as hell while I'm talking? All these things rushing through my mind while I'm talking to a friend that I'm just catching up with. And it was very awkward to feel, and it was very a weird feeling to discover almost. And I don't know if you guys had the same situation happen to you guys, but it was literally a thing where I was making them go bad in my own head, and that wasn't even really what was happening. Like, my friends weren't feeling like I was saying anything wrong, my peers weren't thinking I was saying anything wrong. It was all in my head. I was trying to figure out where this big cloud of negative energy and negative thoughts were coming from. So with it eating me up and kind of just becoming something that I wanted to grasp and just realize why it was there, became something that, you know, I started to stress over, and I started to really just, I don't know, not understand. So with that one being said, most people think nicotine addiction is about only one thing, craving another hit. But what if the addiction starts changing parts of your life that you don't even connect with nicotine? What if it changes your routines, the way your brain experiences reward, how you handle stress, and even how often you see people? This one isn't about fear mongering, really. This is really about the psychology of the most addictive chemical in the world, and that is, lo and behold, the vape slash nicotine. So, nicotine reaches your brain in literally seconds, which is why we gravitate so much to the buzz feeling. Like, it goes right to our brain when we hit the nicotine. So, it makes us feel like it's doing something automatically because the buzz goes right to our brain, and kind of throughout our whole body we feel it. So of course we're going to think, oh yeah, this is working, it's activating. It activates nicotine acetylcholine receptors that causes dopamine release, but dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical. So it's basically putting things in your brain that is confusing your brain, that is actual dopamine release. So the reason why we feel like the stress is gone is because the acetylcholine makes us feel like with the hit, we're good again and everything is back to normal. So that is the chemical that is in nicotine that I was kind of talking about, that goes straight to your brain and makes us feel normal again. It's making you feel like everything's okay just for the second so that you can keep and continuing this habit. And that's just putting a tighter grip on you, gang. So with that being said, since it makes us feel normal again and it gives us that fake dopamine release, we kind of associate it with everything. Okay, after I'm done eating, nicotine. When I'm done playing the game, nicotine. While I'm driving, nicotine. Coffee, nicotine. Everything that we do in our daily now leads to nicotine being okay to have at the end of it, or being the reward for whatever little task we end with. because it's fake dopamine. And that's the point. That's what they want you to do. They want you to feel like everything's okay. You know, this product advertises it like that's something that's fine and that's something that, you know, is going to be perfect or something that's always going to be with you to make you feel okay. But no, it's destroying you. So with those facts, that kind of leads us to just ask the question, does nicotine actually remove stress from you? Quickly, the answer is simply no. It doesn't. The real thing that nicotine does and why it makes you feel like that is this, right? I'm gonna break it down in my own terms. Literally, what it's doing is giving us short withdrawals. Like I said before, when you're really trying to quit something, you're gonna have something called withdrawals, and that's basically just missing the thing that you're trying to quit. You're missing the vape, you're missing the nicotine. So even while we're on the nicotine, we're still getting withdrawals during the day, which is making us pick up that nicotine again because we're like, okay, well, damn, I'm missing something right now. What am I missing? Your body already made you feel like you need that thing. That's why every time you feel like something's wrong or something is going wrong in that situation, you go straight for the nicotine because we feel like it fixes us. But we are far from fixed. So we're trying to get back into that. But what that grasp also does is take away your reward system for everyday things or like other things in your life, such as like going outside, getting doing consistent exercise, hanging out with your peers and getting good like vibrational energies from outside too. Not to sound like spiritual, like super woke or some shit, but that's real. When you're around good people or like you get good conversations or even indulge in good conversations and experience it like that, you kind of walk away from those things fuller depending on if it was good or bad. So of course, if they're better, it's gonna fill you up in a better way. Or when you're exercising and you're putting in out energy, and as you and yourself, you know, it's getting back energy in a good way. So it's just all about distracting yourself from this and storaging better dopamine into you so you don't need the fake one. And I want to piggyback that off just a little bit because it's basically, put in simpler terms, building your XP. Like that's why I have GTA in the background for my videos, because these are supposed to be like more realism videos. And even in the game, like I don't know if you guys play online, but when you're playing with online players, you even get like rank boosted when you're just riding around with your friends, or like you get boosted because you're good behavior, being a good sport. They like reward you. So that's just like in real life a little bit, honestly. Like you get rewarded for yourself just going into those realms or putting yourself in different opportunities, be filled with those things instead of bad habits or drugs and other substances that aren't good for you, or other bad habits, as well as bad isolation too. Because I put things like staying in your room too much or staying in your room like all day and like doom scrolling, or even I put in gooning in the category, not even the troll, but that's a big one too. Staying in your room, gooning, having too much like blue light in your face, the TV, being on the game, straining your eyes. You need to have more vitamin D, like not staying in a room that's black and dark. Don't try to sit with yourself. You're not going to get good results out of that. So that's why I put those things in that category. It's sucking the life out of you more than putting life into you. Not on no CPU shit, but that's what we're supposed to do. I'm not saying chase validation or chase these certain things. Just be consistent with changing up your environments and changing up your routines, and now will automatically give you more storage for better dopamine. Get out of that realm. It's gonna feel hard. These videos are never something that's saying is gonna feel easy. It's just you stepping out of your comfort zone. You're not the first person to do this. Everyone has to do it. It's not something like that, because like if you want change, you have to change. Literally, God is there with you. You're there yourself with you. Hopefully, maybe some loved ones are there with you to help you a little bit along the way, but you yourself are going to be the only one with it. We might have the feeling of like, bro, like it's really hard. I can't even get to do this. Like, what if someone sees me? Or like, what if people see me and they think a certain type of way? No, fuck that. Like, fuck all those type of assumptions, because it's all about you and you're not helping them, you're helping yourself. So don't think about those negative thoughts. Don't put those in your head before you even get to start, because that's just gonna hurt your process. Like I've done it before and I've had those same thoughts too, bro. But even getting out and doing it, like I got positive results from it. And you might have some situations where like you feel better about it and then like someone gives you a random compliment, or just like you come back from it and you're like, okay, I lived and nothing really bad happened out of the situation. Or the thing that you were dreading the most may come to and happen, but then when it happens and you're doing that thing or you're bettering yourself, you realize it wasn't even so bad as you thought it was to be. So just putting yourself out there anyway is going to let you see the results and see like what can really happen when you do it. So please, 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 I stress it the most to get out there, because like I said in the beginning of the video, when I was feeling awkward and feeling like I was making things wrong with like interactions with my friends or people I haven't seen in a while. That's all it was. Like I was just putting myself in kind of bad isolation and staying with myself. Like you become your bad thoughts when you do that too much, and kind of realizing that when I spend too much time isolating and just thinking of those thoughts instead of actually going and seeing, okay, is this the case? Is this actually how people feel about me, or is this actually how this is gonna go when I start bettering myself? Like, is it gonna go bad? Like, is the worst gonna happen? And then you see that the worst doesn't happen. It's just gonna make it better. But you only are gonna know that when you start doing it. I was a person that wanted to upgrade my social skills again, which I'm still doing more by putting myself in different situations, bending reality a little bit, like talking to more of my friends, reaching out to more of the people I want to hang out with, or just talking more, like having interactions with people, random people outside. But that's really more what this was about. Bad isolation and steering us into the better direction, and also bringing awareness that nicotine does take away your reward system and how important that is. So yeah, I didn't want to yap at you guys too much today really. So those were just too much, but it is summer, and mainly for this video I just want to hone in on that and make sure that it's very important to us that we're getting outside and we're not putting ourselves in bad isolation. We're going out there, doing what we have to do, getting our tasks done, getting our schedules done, and kicking this nicotine and just finding new things to put into our schedule. I cannot stress this enough. Please, 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 let's get into it. We're trying to do this. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. This is our video number 2 now, and I'm gonna really be consistent with this. I'm sorry that it was like 5-day wait. But yeah, let's do this. I don't think too many people were waiting for this video, but still, appreciate you guys for listening, and let's get into it, guys. Have a great one. I'm out. 7 out.